For some, basketball is an outlet. For me, basketball used to be everything until everything changed. Growing up, basketball was something more than just a sport to me. Being a quiet kid, the shy kid, I seen it as an outlet, something that was, allowing me to be able to not only just improve my game, but just improve who I was as a person. I used to go to the park for hours and just, shoot and work on something new, something I saw on TV, something I saw on YouTube, and just continually try to work on myself and just continue to be better. Not only just be a better basketball player, but try to be a better person through that as well. And it worked for a long time. I started playing basketball at like 6 to 7 years old, and through that I learned a lot about, who I was as a player and who I was as a person. Still being quiet at times and still being someone who didn't really have a lot of money to afford trainers. I pretty much focused on things that I could improve on without having to go to those trainers or having to, try to bother my mom for money or bother my mom for things that she couldn't afford. And one of the biggest things with that was shooting. I always liked to shoot. I always liked to get to my spot no matter where I was and just try to, focus on making it in time and time again. Didn't have a shooting coach, didn't have anyone else really to help me to improve as far as that goes, but that was what I was passionate about. And at one point, growing up like most kids, you can become obsessed with it, become obsessed with the sport, become obsessed with improving that same thing within yourself every single day. And, of course, growing up, I was a Christian and I went to church often with my family. But, right after church, I focused on trying to get back to basketball or go to a park and play, whatever the case may be. And that's pretty much what it was. That's all I focused on for a while. Of course, I still would pray about certain things in the game, or of course, I would still pray about, a lot of things else going on in life. But I used to pray about not being nervous before a certain game, or not being nervous to have trials, or not being nervous to do certain things. But at some point, I got away from that and I got nervous. And I got to a point where I just didn't feel confident no more. And my confidence within myself relied on basketball and not relying on God for my confidence. As I got older, getting to high school, I stopped really playing for as far as competitively a little bit after high school because I was just too nervous to play in college. And I didn't believe in myself that much, even though I had a growth spurt and I still knew I could play. But my confidence within myself just didn't grow to that level. And so I used to blame a lot of things on decisions that I made. Used to blame a lot of things on maybe if God, didn't want me to have this or want me to have that, then, it just wasn't meant to be. And I just wasn't meant to play basketball at any other point after that. And so for a few years, I just stopped playing. I stopped caring. But fast forward from there all the way up until about 2021 was when I met her. And that's when things changed for basketball for me again. For me to love it and play just because I wanted to play and not just because I felt like I had to be in a certain level just in order to play it. I felt undeserving. The first time we met was on the basketball court, believe it or not. And we played one-on-one. She had just came from college off her season from graduating. And it was like the first time in years of me playing. And I don't have no shame in it. I did lose. But through that confidence to play basketball again, it felt fun. It felt at home again. But not only with that, me and someone who not only shared the same love for the sport as me, but shared a passion for God as well, is what really jump-started my faith all over again. Because I felt like I had to choose between one or the other. That should never be a thing, no matter who you are. And from that, I learned consistency again. I learned to develop compassion again. I learned to develop to realize that, it's okay to have up days and down days as well. Not just in basketball, but in life. And through that, I've developed a relationship, not only just with her, for actually to make her eventually be my wife one day, but also knowing that my relationship with God is also solidified through the things that I continue to put effort into and passion into. And from that, I've developed to be able to be in a space to where whatever I put myself into, whatever I really put a true desire for, I can talk to God about. From there, I developed a prayer life. I developed a consistent Bible study life. And also developed the opportunity to be able to talk to God through doing anything and be able to see God in everything that I do, not just basketball. With that being said, basketball can be a journey. It can be an outlet for a lot of people to have in life. And I'm just blessed that for me, it was something that was allowing me to be able to connect with God again and be able to find faith in God again through basketball. Little did I ever know that was going to happen for me and her. So I just want to say, whoever's watching this video, it's not only just okay to believe in God and to do things that you like to do and have a passion for, because you never know what will come from it, but also it's okay to believe in love again as well, while my fellas and my ladies out there too. So whoever's watching this video, I just want to give you the encouragement, give you the confidence to know that God can always make a way out of no way. He'll never forsake us no matter what it is that we go through in our lives. But I just want to say, as long as you continue to be consistent, the same way you are with whatever passion you have, that same consistency can develop as well with your walk with God. You may not be the same every single day. You may not even feel like it every single day. But with that being said, I know for a fact that if it can happen for me, it can happen for you. Whoever's watching this video, I just want you to remain blessed. I want you to trust in God and continue to trust in God and also yourself. And I want to say I love you and God loves you. See y'all next video.